Why did the US unleash atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki instead of Tokyo, a significant target during World War II? Join us as we discover the unique reasoning behind this crucial choice. The end of World War II atomic bombing of Japan is significant and contentious. Understanding the decision-making process behind these destructive weapons is important for numerous reasons. Historical significance. Atomic bombs changed human history. The first and only use of nuclear bombs in the conflict caused unprecedented havoc and death. End of World War II. Context matters. Japan's capitulation was approaching after World War II. Debate surrounds whether the atomic bombs expedited Japan's capitulation or if other options were available. Moral and ethical implications. Targeting civilian populations and the long-term effects of nuclear weapons presented serious moral and ethical problems. It remains ethically debated. Global consequences. The bombs affected post-war geopolitics, especially the Cold War and armament race. Understanding how this choice affects international relations is crucial. Lessons for the future. The decision-making process teaches politicians that conflict requires careful deliberation and diplomacy to avert disaster. Due to the importance of this historical event, it is crucial to examine this decision-making process and the effects of dropping atomic bombs on Japan. This knowledge can inform current combat, diplomacy, and peace negotiations. The Manhattan Project and the development of atomic bombs. Manhattan Project, atomic bomb development. 1942 project launch. The Manhattan Project aimed to produce an atomic weapon during World War II. The US, UK, and Canada conducted top-secret research and development. The project's moniker, Manhattan, was devised to obscure its actual purpose from spies. Science and technology hurdles. Developing an atomic weapon faced new hurdles. Challenges included uranium enrichment. Scientists had to find ways to enrich uranium, a bomb component. This required isolating fissile uranium-235 from the more prevalent 238. Plutonium-239, another fissile substance, was needed. Nuclear reactors created it. Complex engineering was needed to design the bomb's implosion and gun-type systems. Safety. Scientists and the environment have to be protected throughout study and testing. First atomic bomb testing. The first successful atomic bomb test, codenamed Trinity, occurred at Alamogordo Air Base in New Mexico on July 16, 1945. A turning point in history. The Trinity test. Trinity, a plutonium implosion bomb detonated at 5:30 a.m. TNT is equivalent to 20,000 tons exploded. Impact. The test proved atomic bombs' capabilities and devastation. It led to the use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ending World War II faster. The Manhattan Project was a major scientific and technical feat propelled by wartime urgency. Its success launched the nuclear era and shaped global geopolitics. The decision to use atomic bombs. Debate on bombing Japan with atomic bombs. Arguments of utilizing atomic bombs. Truman's advisors presented numerous persuasive reasons for utilizing atomic bombs against Japan. Saving American lives. The main argument was that of a full-scale invasion of Japan may kill American soldiers. An invasion might cost American forces hundreds of thousands of lives. Ending the war quickly. The atomic bombs were intended to end the war quickly. The hope was that Japan would surrender without a long and expensive invasion by showing the weapon's devastating capability. Nuclear weapons have strategic ramifications, especially in the context of the Cold War. Fast war ending might prevent the Soviet Union from acquiring dominance in Asia. Arguments against atomic bombs. Strong moral and practical issues were voiced against atomic bombs. Moral implications. Many experts, including Secretary of War Harry Stimson, had moral misgivings. The bomb's massive devastation and deaths in Hiroshima and Nagasaki raised questions about the morality of unleashing such a destructive weapon on civilians. Nuclear arms race risk. Advisors like scientist Leo Lizard worried that atomic bombs might start a nuclear arms race. They worried that other nations would respond with nuclear weapons programs, causing global instability. Critics said alternatives like demonstrating the bomb's capabilities or continuing conventional bombing should have been considered before such a deadly decision. Atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, a contentious decision. Truman's advisors' disagreements showed the complex ethical, strategic, and humanitarian factors that informed this momentous decision. The targeting of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Why the atomic bombs hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Military and strategic considerations. Military and strategic reasons led to the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima and Nagasaki had high military and industrial value. Hiroshima was a military and commercial center, whereas Nagasaki produced ships and weaponry. The atomic bomb's entire destructive force would be focused on valuable targets since these cities had been largely unbombed. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were on flat ground, which maximized explosion and fire devastation. Their topography made them suited for bomb impact assessments. The atomic bombs were not used to strike Tokyo, the capital of Japan and a large population center, for various reasons. Previous bombing. Conventional air attacks had devastated Tokyo and killed civilians. This prompted worries about future targeting. Visibility and weather. Tokyo was difficult to target in bad weather. This made accurate bombing harder, increasing the chance of missing or damaging the target. Alternative strategies. Japan was weak and about to surrender by 1945. Targeting other cities with strong military worth was thought to finish the conflict swiftly. In conclusion, the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki owing to their military importance, limited prior bombardment, and geographic appropriateness for testing. Tokyo was not targeted since it had already been damaged, and other techniques were more effective in bringing Japan's capitulation. The aftermath of the atomic bombings. Atomic bombings' immediate and long-term effects. Immediate Japan effects. In August 1945, the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki produced immediate and devastating damage. Hiroshima and Nagasaki lost 140,000 and 70,000 people, respectively, when city blocks were destroyed. Radiation sickness. Many survivors had nausea, burns, and hair loss. Radiation exposure increased cancer rates over time. Psychological trauma. The bombs left survivors with severe psychological trauma, and cities struggled to recover emotionally. Long-term effects on Japan. Reconstruction. Japan's post-war reconstruction was protracted. Rebuilding Hiroshima and Nagasaki symbolized perseverance and recovery. Anti-nuclear sentiment. The atomic bombs in Japan sparked pacifism and the 3 non-nuclear principles which forbid nuclear weapons. Number 3. Technology advancements. Japan became a worldwide economic superpower after the war due to technological advances. Impact on the world. Number 1. End of World War II. The bombings accelerated Japan's capitulation and ended World War II. They showed how destructive nuclear bombs are. Number 2. Start of the nuclear age. The bombings ushered in the nuclear age, prompting numerous Cold War nations to establish nuclear arsenals. Number 3. Discussions and controversies. Atomic bombs have spurred global discussions on necessity, morality, and nuclear arms races. Impact on Japanese surrender and post-war geopolitics. The atomic strike helped Japan surrender. The Soviet Union's invasion and these bombs' devastation forced Japan to surrender unconditionally, ending World War II. After the war, the bombs helped the US and USSR become superpowers, laying the foundation of the Cold War. Debates and arguments. Debates over whether atomic bombs were essential to finish the war, their morality, and nuclear proliferation continue. Some say the bombs saved lives by speeding up Japan's capitulation, while others say alternatives should have been considered. The bombs sparked global disarmament and nuclear war prevention initiatives. Thank you so much for joining. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll see you in the next video.